Other guys, I wanted to make a quick video about the new Uber package thing that's come in. So I'm guessing most people now would have had the email or the message on the app from Uber saying, would you be willing to take packages, sometimes from business to business or from somebody's house to somebody's house, business to house, etc, etc, etc. My first impression was, well, let's just see. So I've opted in. Haven't received any requests yet for it. I'm guessing because they want to gauge how many couriers are willing to do it before they start pushing it out with advertising. But my kind of first thoughts of it are it's very kind of open to abuse when it comes to the customer side of things. I can see quite often that customers will say what they want transporting, and then you'll get there and it will turn out to be something not quite what they said. A lot of people also told me that they think it'll be a way customers will try and figure out a way to undercut the taxi service and try and basically book for a parcel to be delivered a long distance, and then when drivers arrive, try and guilt them into giving them a lift at the same time. Sorry, massive bumblebee trying to get in the car. Luckily I had the window up. So yeah, that was my initial thoughts. Now, obviously, like I said, I haven't had any requests yet. However, I did see this one online, which I shall pop up here. So this order was shared on a Facebook group. It was shared with all the addresses intact, but obviously I've blocked the addresses because I don't want to be showing people's addresses online. But it gave me an opportunity to sort of like delve into the order itself. So I showed this to quite a few different riders. The people with a less amount of experience, what they're looking at straight away is £45. £45 for an order. Oh my god, that's so amazing. I know I've got 45 quid in my pocket, and then they're looking at the time, 3 hours, and they're thinking, oh, £15 an hour. Maybe it's worthwhile. But I mean, for me, I'm looking at that order and I'm thinking, for one, Uber is not that accurate when it comes to estimated time. So I would say probably if they're saying 3 hours, I would allow for 3.5 hours at least. And also, this is a one-way trip. So it's 45 quid to go one way. So they're asking you to go basically over into a completely different part of the country for 45 quid. I don't think it's really anywhere near the fee that it should be. So let's break down like the cost of this trip as well a little bit. So basically I've gone on to the AA fuel cost calculator online, and this is what I found. I put in the addresses exactly as shown on the Uber screen. And it's come out that the cost of the fuel for this trip alone would be £20.83. So all of a sudden you're looking at 25 quid is your actual profit, and that's only thinking about the fuel driving there. That's not thinking about other things like wear and tear, insurance, etc, etc. But let's just look at the mileage. Let's just look at the fuel. So you're looking at just over 25 quid that you're left with. And let's break that down. The fee for the order was £45.18. If you take off the fuel, that's £20.83. That leaves you with £24.35 of profit before insurance and all your other doodahs. Let's break that down into hours, divide that by 3, and we're looking at £8.11 per hour. This is the thing that gets me with Uber with these long trips. £8.11 per hour. And it's not just that. That person is then in a completely different part of the country where they don't know the area. Fair enough, they might be able to pick up some Uber Eats orders in that area, but they still got to get back. You still got to try and get back. So if we divide all of this by 2, I can't see how you're even going to make profit, because if you take the original fee, which is £45.18, so we've already worked out that the fuel cost to get to the customer is £20.83. What's the likelihood that you're going to get jobs from Uber that are going to bring you back as an Uber Eats courier, not as an Uber taxi courier. Very, very unlikely, I think. I think you'd be very, very lucky to even get 10 miles of the way back. You'd be very lucky for job by job by job to bring you all the way back home. So then you're looking at getting home. So you're doubling your fuel, essentially, aren't you? So then that's another £20 and 83p. That means the actual profit that I can work out for this trip is £3 and 52 pence. That gives you an hourly pay rate of, before insurance, wear and tear on your car, etc., just over £1 an hour. So yeah, I think this Uber package thing, I think they need to think again about what they're going to do. If they're going to be paying these kind of rates, they need to be thinking about way to basically pay people to get back, because that is just completely a joke to me. But let me know in the comments, guys, what do you guys think? Is this something that will take off? Do you think it's a good idea? From my point of view, I can see how it would work if you were delivering from one area in your city to another area in your city, and the price was somewhere close to a good amount. That for me would be a good deal, to be fair, because you know that you're pretty sure that when you get there, the package is going to be ready, and hopefully the recipient will be ready to take it as well. So for me, like, in that scenario, that does work out. Or if they want to take it, if they want you to take it a longer distance, if they start thinking about the fact that couriers need to actually get back to where they started from, that'd be fabulous. Or even if Uber offered some information about where the person's delivering to, like, okay, this is where we want you to deliver to, we've got Uber Eats in the area, this is how busy it is. It might arm people with a little bit of knowledge. But as things stand, as it is like that, when they're asking you to drive well in excess of 100 miles to a zone that you don't know, with stupid costs like that, 45 quid, it's just not going to do it. For me, that's the sort of thing where I'd be thinking £1 a mile is like the very, very least that I would be accepting. And even that is really pushing it. Really, really pushing it. That sort of job, when you're driving sort of like the best part of, well, there and back, like over 200 miles, you're looking at, like, you know, they need to be reasonable. Like, people need to pay for their expenses and then pay for their time as well. And I just don't think that, as this job shows, they've thought about any of that. I think they're just being very, very selfish here, trying to get the job done for the very, very cheapest, using the very most unexperienced drivers as possible. But as I say, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I think it's daylight robbery. Catch you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.